Howdy, everypony. Welcome back. If you didn't watch the video that came before this, or you don't know that there is a video
I
that came
can
before
see
this,
the existence of the universe.
you're in the wrong place. Not just for that, but also, this is part 2. So I guess if you like watching part 2, then
The
part
long
1...
chain molecules in your face. Let me look at them.
I think it's pretty weird if you like to like the royal wedding would have been ruined for you if you watched part 2 and then part 1. Although I don't know why you would even do that. That's like self-punishment.
I don't know. It may work. Now, if you just think of it and watch it backwards, it's the story of a herd of evil creatures which come and then replace the princess who has destroyed Equestria by pushing inward the love magic, then separating her permanently from her shining armor, and then the main 6 leave Equestria once they're done with their work.
I suppose.
And after unbeating up all of the changelings, they unbeat up all the changelings. They change her, and they greedify his eyes. They change her into the Candace in order to protect the kingdom from the horrible explosions that occur. Then they seal up. Then Twilight seals up the actual Candace, while the fake Candace brings her back up to the surface.
That would be awesome.
They then proceed to store everything from the wedding.
If you have any kind of video editing software, it's so much fun to watch the episodes in reverse. Like in the Super Speedy Cider Squeezy, at the part at the end, there's a scene where it's Pinkie Pie, she hands Rainbow Dash cider, and then pulls it back, and Rainbow Dash cries if you watch it in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff if you watch it in reverse. Who knows, maybe someday I'll start posting them in reverse for you guys, just for the heck of it. But there's other ways to watch it.
Yeps.
Yeah. So, anyway, as I said earlier, this is part 2 to our full 2-hour long, well, maybe less than 2 hours after we're done, 2-long review of the royal wedding. So here's a link to the first video, and I'll let that sit up there, and in a few seconds it'll go down somewhere down there where I decide that it doesn't get in the way. So, to cover what you missed if you are watching the second part before you watch the first part, basically, what happened was
everything.
They get invited to Canterlot, and then they find out about the royal wedding.
We fought off ninjas.
What? What ninjas?
They were invisible, so they couldn't see them because they were ninjas. You don't remember fighting off ninjas? Was it just me?
Yeah, I think I sort of missed the ninjas.
Well, I fought off ninjas. While this lazy hunk over here was just, sitting here talking about ponies, I was fighting ninjas. And talking about ponies. And fighting ninja ponies, which I was talking about.
Why don't you ever invite me to these things?
Because they're right in front of you, but you never look. I mean, look, there's a ninja right over in that corner.
Hi, ninja.
He plans to kill your family.
Oh, that's nice. Have you seen my wallet?
Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere.
So, we get to meet Cadence, shining armor. Cadence seems evil, and then everyone turns against Twilight, but then it turns out that Cadence is evil, and so she banishes Twilight into the depths of hell. Not really, just into the caves below Canterlot. But in a burning ring of fire.
Evil caves of evil.
They're not really that evil, they're sort of benign caves of crystalline rock.
Evil.
I think that they're not.
The
they're
same
more like
crystals used in TVs.
They're sort of misunderstood.
Evil.
Misunderstood.
Same thing as evil.
Since when is evil misunderstood? Evil is evil.
You may think so, but you haven't heard evil's backstory, making them a sympathetic villain yet. When I was young. I was tormented constantly. Thus you must sympathize with me.
Young boy.
Okay. Hey, people seem to like you enough. Wanna become good? No. Wanna become slightly good? Sure. And thus, every secondary character in every anime was created forever. Seriously, name one that wasn't evil at one point.
That one
Nope.
show.
Remember, he was evil?
That one show.
Remember they released that at before series where he was evil? But then
that
turned
other
good?
show.
Oh, no, sorry. The guy was a girl. Doesn't count.
Oh.
Secondary character girls get special rules.
Oh, yeah, then no, I have nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
You got something? Post it.
Try to
Post
face
it
my
below.
awesome logic and plots.
Alright, so the
how they're meant
episode
to
2,
be.
a lot of people, if you watch Zyro's upload after he uploaded it, then that means that you didn't get to see the beginning of part 2, and I don't own the beginning of part 2, I just have Zyro's upload right now. But there's this kind of 24 style intro where we get little snippets of things that happened. She's evil!
In the last episode.
And so basically though, it
Power levels over 9,000. I'm a monkey. Why?
So
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything that I say.
do it.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Quote me, quoting him, quoting him, quoting him.
What?
Okay.
You quote me?
I'm going to quote myself, quoting someone else, so you can quote me, quoting me, quoting me, quoting him, quoting me. I am hilarious, and you will say everything that I say.
Quote, quote, quote.
Silly. It's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Screw grammar. I just go
2,
quote,
1,
quote,
2,
quote,
1,
quote,
2,
quote,
1, 2.
Quote, 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 quote.
One quotes.
I like the quotes. Quote, quote.
The process.
Alright, so a little bit back more on track, just so I have less editing to do.
This is the tracks, this is bands for the processes.
So, basically, Evil Cadence has trapped Twilight in these caves below Twilight. In the caves below Canterlot.
E-Village.
So, basically, we get this nifty little thing where she, projects herself onto the crystals in the cave.
They're LCD screens made out of crystals.
Hello? Is anyone there? Where am I? The caves beneath Canterlot, once home to greedy unicorns who wanted to claim the gems that could be found inside. And now, you're a prison. Help! Help! It's no use. No one can hear you, and no one will ever think to look for you either. Most ponies have forgotten that these caves even exist, which is why they are the ideal place to keep the ones who try to interfere with my plans. Plans? What plans? The plans I have for your brother, of course. Don't you dare do anything to my brother, you monster! Only way to stop me is to catch me.
LCD crystals?
Yes.
They're solid crystal displays?
Yes.
SCDs?
Yes. Well, the inside of the crystal is liquid. The outside is still clear diamond.
Liquid crystal and solid crystal display?
Yes.
So, LCIS...
No,
D?
it's SLCD.
SLCD? That would just
Solid
be
liquid
solid liquid
crystal.
crystal. What?
Solid.
That doesn't make
liquids.
sense. It's oxymoronical.
Shh. You seem to think that's a problem.
It sort of makes
Starburst!
a paradox.
It's a juicy contradiction.
Those are the best commercials, but they make no sense. We all know.
What are you
that-
talking about? The science of paradoxes is very exact. I mean, one more proton in this. Oh god, we're going to die. Dink. I removed the proton. We're good. But I added a neutron.
So,
On tonight's episode of The Big Bang Theory. Have you not nonsense, Meg, now?
with what do we know what? How?
Contradiction of you, me.
If you didn't see, I think it was episode 13.
The last one before the last one.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that would be 14. Episode 14, best intro ever. But, alright, so basically Evil Cadence is taunting her through these crystals, and eventually Twilight gets all blasty-facey, and so she just starts shooting everything.
Destroyer.
Over here! Nope. Over here.
So it's good to know that Twilight actually has these lasers that she can just shoot at any point in time when she gets really
What,
angry.
you didn't know that everybody had those? Whenever I get really angry, I shoot lasers out of my face.
Well, then where's my lasers?
Have you gotten really angry?
Maybe.
Have you tried to shoot lasers while you were really angry?
Maybe.
Well, you have to get angrier then.
Maybe.
And also, you have to be angsty first.
Maybe.
And also, you have to be a main character, so... Yes, I'm sorry. You're just a third-dairy character in my life.
A third-dairy?
This jacket's
the term
taking
is
this...
tertiary. It's tertiary.
Third-dairy, tertiary, nobody cares, Juan. The
Grammar
jacket...
Nazis care.
Yes, but I have the grammar allies to back me up. We will send the nuclear grammar bomb on you. There.
Oh, God.
Yes,
The
you
grammar.
can hear it in my voice. Feel my grammar nuclear bombs. You ready for the grammar gunships? Ugh! These aren't them. I'm just flexing my muscles. Get ready for a flame war, Juan, because I've got the grammar floor.
The grammar what?
The grammar thrower. It's like a flamethrower.
The grammar thrower.
Yes, it throws grammar, but not correct grammar.
Like ain't and isn't and
Isn't is a
gonna.
word.
Yes, I no, isn't without the apostrophe.
Isn't is a word.
Not without the apostrophe.
Isn't is a word.
Not without the
I ain't gonna listen to you if you gonna isn't ain't one.
aren't going to. Apostrophe.
Is what I am do good.
You're missing some key
Haiku
parts to
not
that.
make.
That's not even a haiku.
The story of your life is failure. Failure, 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 failure.
That you can't just repeat a word over and over again to make a haiku. It doesn't work that way.
You lose, you lose, you.
That is not a haiku. You can't just say. I can say taco, 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 taco.
Fine, let me just look in this thesaurus. failure, loser, not good, bad, ain't all good, loser.
You used loser twice.
I think that loser spelled with an R-E instead of E-R is a different word.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get our segue and segue us back into what...
Wee segues!
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
Meanwhile, in stately Wayne Manor. Robin,
So-
do you think there's something amiss? There's always something amiss here, Batman! What's up with your voice? It's always been like this, don't you remember?
Pretty sure that just overloaded
You're an
my-
imposter! Oh, he's not an imposter. Well, I didn't need him anyways. No, me. No,
Alright,
not Robin.
So, basically, Twilight's firing and all these rocks. For some reason, some of them reflect and some of them...
Only one
break.
reflects.
Yeah, the first
She
one
just
reflects.
figures out which way
The
to...
right frequency, yeah, like, the right frequency to
No,
cause
you
them
just
to
need
shatter.
more. You need to cauterize the wound before you cut him open.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Okay.
So basically, she shoots a laser and it changes the structure of the crystals before it hits, from the sheer heat of it.
How is that, Carter? That's with living things.
Diamonds have feelings too, Juan.
Since when?
Since now.
I suppose they'd have to have feelings to be a girl's best friend. They listen very well.
I think you have to not have feelings to be a girl's best friend.
And they
Why are you doing this
they
to
hold
me?
up, and don't forget, they hold up well under pressure.
Not to mention, if you throw them against the wall, it doesn't do any damage, and they can just sit there forever.
We totally need to get a diamond basketball.
What we need a gigantic diamond hamster ball with no air holes at all, so we can go inside of it and have secret discussions away from all the world. Just
But
the two of us inside of a
there's no
looking like this.
air.
We can bring Aaron with us.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I guess it'd be a swag way to walk around. Diamond hamster ball.
And then we could go down like giant flights of stairs, and they'd chink the stairs.
Chink, chink.
And there'd be this gigantic sloosh of round hole. But anyways.
Anywho, back to so she's firing these lasers, and then she finally hits a wall, and the wall crumbles down. Now, this was an
It's easiest.
awesome
Ooh, shiny. ADD. Ooh, shiny, 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 shiny. What were we talking about? Wrestling? I love wrestling.
The entire time while she's shooting, Cadence is taunting her, and then all of a sudden this wall comes down, and there she is. And I swear to God, like, the first thing I thought was just like, oh, you found me. Maybe not
The
my
entire
best
time I was
friend.
going, I swear to God, evil Cadence, if you're just the spirit of evil unicorns possessing good Cadence, I am totally punching someone.
But then it turns out Twilight tackles her to the ground, but then it turns out it's the good Cadence.
Of course, you never find the evil Cadence there.
No! Wait! Please, don't hurt me. Twilight, it's me. Please, you have to believe me. I've been imprisoned like you. The Cadence who brought you down here was an imposter. Likely story. Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake. You remember me. Of course I do. How could I forget the filly I love to sit for the most? We have to get out of here. We have to stop her.
Why can't we find the evil Cadence? Why can't Cadence upstairs have just snapped and...
Evil may not be that smart, but it's smart-ish.
But they always seem to have these fatal flaws.
Yeah, but they always leave you to your doom. They're never there. They never watch the hero die. They don't even confirm the body. You've got a body? Okay, just send it out.
Yes, he's dead.
Ha! I've made it out! Zip. Dee-doo-doo-doo-doo. Dee-doo-doo-doo-doo. A body's walking! He's dead, Jim!
This is very... And, like, also when she's taunting Twilight, she gives
And
part of her
also, they
plan.
never should double check the mechanism to make sure there's not something people can use.
Yeah, there's just... Like,
There's
I
an
would even-
access panel on the inside of your gigantic lava pit. No one will probably get to it in time.
There's just so many. We gotta love those little fatal
What if he
flaws.
stops your gigantic rocket from launching?
Yeah. We'll be good. So, after we
Evil,
just...
too lazy to kill good.
So, she proves herself to be the good Cadence by the fact that she knows that cutesy little handshake that we mentioned earlier in the first video.
cutesy, it makes me wanna...
Although, after she does it, she gives us this weird poker face thing. Like, it's like...
Do you remember me? I remember you. I hope it's not creepy
Don't
since
you
I was the old person who used
about
to look
me.
at you, and I still remember you, and I'm really old. And it's kind
She
of
can't
creepy.
be that
that's-
old. She's like in her late
She's
20s.
at least 20 years older than them.
Yeah, at least. No, she could easily only be like 14 years older than them.
Pony aging doesn't work like that.
Pony aging doesn't seem to work anyway.
Exactly. So she's 1 billion years
What,
old.
what if Fancy Pants is 8 and he's just that fabulous?
Fancy Pants is older than time itself. He has watched the ponies throughout time. He has gone through there, and he is actually the one. His real name is Fancy Pants McCloud. Here we are, born to be kings, we're the princes of the universe.
Alright,
You guys should really watch that series, you know? I forget what it's called. It'll come to me. Highlander. Yeah, there we go.
So after this little
cool.
handshake, they decide
got
that they need to
swords.
escape. You
got
don't
morals.
say. And so this is
I do
just
say.
another huge moment in a huge moment
Whenever
in the
you're
episode.
trapped, remember, there's always two choices. You could A, restart society right there, or B, go away. I choose to restart society. I once did it all by myself.
So
Don't ask how.
this by far one of the most beautiful songs
Gravedigger.
written by. Oh, inside jokes to you guys. If only you knew.
Gravedigger.
So, anyway, this song though, This Day Aria, beautifully written, and it's our first villain song.
Best song. Half villain song.
Half villain song.
It's the first song that any villain has actually had a part in.
Yeah, it's like a kind of Wiccan style duet kind of thing going on.
It's a duet between a good and an evil person. So basically, it's like 152 operas. Let me name all these operas off my top of the head. Yes, I am that refined. First, we've got... And finally, ending off with Chapskatsky's Misamar del Mundo.
Why do you know these?
I used to
Why?
watch a lot of opera when I restarted the Populace.
Why?
I used to watch a lot of soap operas.
Soap operas suck. They use funny
Exactly
camera angles.
why I went and stopped watching them and watched actual operas.
Have you ever noticed that dramas they always seem to use like better cameras and like more dramatic angles? Like the instant one comes on, you know it's a drama, or you know it's a soap opera. Seriously, you can always tell like just before they start.
That be just use my best dramatic face.
So
Now this is my poker face.
so during this song,
bluffing, don't you? But I'm not bluffing. ray of flesh.
What?
Don't question my
Don't look at me. Okay, I've got to steamroll this on because we're already a couple minutes in.
I'm 68
and I don't want to accidentally run over time. So,
I accidentally drew time.
so basically,
Or folk not.
so we get
Pissed.
during the song, like we get the part where the evil Cadence is talking about her evil
I
plans.
love the parallels
in song.
between them. They're the exact same song. Only one's evil and one's good.
Yeah, exactly. And so, basically, it's all just setting this up. How Cadence and Twilight
It's
are trying to
telling you
escape.
one's evil and the other one's good. And it really
Evil?
makes that clear.
Good.
The one that's beat up and battered is good. The one that's not beat up and battered is... Could you play it again? Evil.
Play it again, Sam.
Play
So-
it again to Sam.
So, and we finally get to this part. Basically, the song ends with her walking down the aisle, and
She's evil.
yeah, I love the fact that she's just sort of like, it's like, does she seem a
It's
little
an
evil?
aside.
Yeah, does she seem a little evil to you?
If you do not know what an aside is when the character is removed from the universe of the character to say something to the audience. Mayhaps Afro Circuit is not as good as me. See, he couldn't hear that because that was an aside. I could say
Where'd you
whatever I
go?
want. I'm better than him in every way.
Aren't you supposed to be talking about something?
Exactly. Now you try an aside.
A what?
Okay, just walk forward and then say something you don't want people to hear.
I just farted.
You see, I could not hear, understand, or know what went on there. Learning!
The more you know. So, it ends with this nice little aside, and
It's
so
awesome!
so Twilight and Cadence finally find their way out, sort of. But then there's a problem. There's these bridesmaids in the way. Then we get a nice little fade to black. And so after this, we're back at the
I
wedding.
now pronounce you... Shh! Stop! In the name of love!
Princess Cadence and Shining Armor. It is my great pleasure to pronounce you...
Ugh, why does she have to be so possessive of her brother? Why does she have to ruin my special day? Because it's not your special day, it's mine.
Oh man, it's her again. I'm sorry, I tried to get away from her.
I still love her evil Cadence's face when Cadence is like, because it's my wedding, and she's like, duff.
It's my wedding too!
So then she's like, how did you escape my bridesmaids? Obviously there's only one way to escape bridesmaids.
You know it.
What? But how did you escape my bridesmaids?
Throw the bouquet.
When someone throws a bouquet, you catch that. You catch it!
Even if it means jumping off a cliff
Even
to your
if you're a
death.
man, even if you're a woman, even if it's death, you catch it. Then you get married. It's the rules.
I still love how they just seem to jump into this dark. Like, I swear they're probably just like, oh crap.
No, That's where the water slide was going to be built.
The water slide to the
Don't
caves.
you remember the evil ponies? Evil ponies always make water parks in caves.
It'd be a pretty fun water park.
Exactly.
Except for the razor sharp rocks everywhere.
That's why they were smoothing them down. By taking them and selling them to make more additions to the water park.
Well, so after they point out how they escaped, we get the So Princess Cadence reveals that the queen is a changeling, and so she's like,
a giraffe.
the jig is up, so she transforms.
She's an evil giraffe thing.
Clever, but you're still too late.
I don't understand. How can there be two of them?
She's a changeling. She takes the form of some pony you love and gains power by feeding off your love for them.
So this is just this really cool little transformation scene, and we get to see this very interestingly
I haven't seen
designed
transformation
antagonist.
scenes like this in Sleeping Beauty, when I saw exactly this transformation scene.
So basically, we find out that
But
it's this
Sleeping Beauty was a
character.
great movie.
You know, I never did see Sleeping Beauty.
Dude, you need to see it. It's pretty cool on its own. Got these fairies, and the fairies are cool because they have this whole thing where they're all human-y and they have fights over random and use magic.
You know, I did see I remembered seeing like the last like 15 minutes of it. Yeah, I remember that.
They have even more wonderful things, like they can't bake cakes, so they use.
Like I remember bits and I may have seen it at one point, but I have no recollection of most of it. But I get the gist of the story though. So
They had like a bunch of animals dressed up as the prince, and she danced with them. Old Disney movies are awesome. New Disney movies suck.
yeah, plus
New
this-
Pixar movies are awesome. Old Pixar movies aren't awesome.
What about Toy Story?
Not as awesome.
Toy Story was
You are a
fantastic.
sad little man.
The fact you're quoting it shows that you admit it was awesome.
Just because I quote it doesn't mean it's awesome. I quote plenty of things that aren't awesome.
Like,
Jersey Shore. I quote it to be ironic. No, I quote it in order to prove that humanity has no hope.
so
If I'm right, the aliens should be pity killing us in 5, 4, 3, 2. Aw, man, they wouldn't even do that right. Stupid aliens.
So anyway, we are starting to
I'm
get a
killing
little
their race.
time crunched. Time crunch.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
So
give me a
Queen
break.
Chrysalis exposes
Kick
herself,
ass.
and then of course, as a main villain, she has to monologue about her plans.
Right, you are, princess. And as queen of the changelings, it is up to me to find food for my subjects. Equestria has more love than any place I've ever encountered. My fellow changelings will be able to devour so much of it that we will gain more power than we have ever dreamed of.
They'll never get the chance. Shining Armor's protection spell will keep them from ever even reaching us.
Oh, I doubt that. Isn't that right, dear? Don't want to go back to the caves now, do you? Ever since I took your place, I've been feeding off Shining Armor's love for you. Every moment he grows weaker, and so does his spell. Even now, my minions are chipping away at it. He may not be my husband, but he is under my total control now. And I'm sorry to say, unable to perform his duties as captain of the Royal Guard.
You're not an evil villain if you don't monologue all of your plans out loud to everyone.
Unless you're two evil villains. In which case you have to have the monologue broken out into 2 pieces.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Excited
the only
exactly.
way.
And also moving platforms.
So Queen Chrysalis, she's never named in the episode,
platforms.
but she was named in the script. I'm surprised they never mentioned it in the show, but either way, she is pretty
Who is
dang
Stephen
cool.
Magnet?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's his Stephen Magnet's name was never written in the show. Like there's just these characters that are so well known and known by their name, but they're not ever named in the show.
Just like cheese.
Thanks to Twitter and all
And
those
Fat
people
Pony.
Fat Pony or
Fat Pony is Fat Pony.
Some of you guys know him as Truffle Shuffle.
He is Fat Pony. Why
So-
would you even try to change Fat Pony from Fat Pony to anything else?
Because people like clever names.
Fat Pony is clever.
I still
I'm
don't
calling him fat and a pony, and he's fat and a pony.
I still think that Roid Rage should be called Roid Rage, not Snowflake.
Look. He should be called Muscle Pony. And then Featherweight, who is actually named, should just be changed to Thin Guy.
Thin Guy?
Thin Guy.
Who names their kid Thin?
When you have a really thin baby, you're like, damn, that's a thin baby. I'm gonna name him Thin Guy. Thin. First name, Thin. Last name, Guy. Middle name, also Guy.
Well, by that logic, technically Fluttershy.
Guy,
would've
my
been-
guy.
Fluttershy would have been named Thin something. She was pretty.
No, that's her teenage.
Well, even
Teenage
then,
stuff.
though, she seems like she would have been a
Dude, you're
junior
lanky
or
when you're a teenage.
something. I guess that's true. You are pretty linky as a teenager. So,
Plus, if we're gonna talk about thin, then really, really tall pony should get it.
and then of course there's Fleur de Lis. She's got that whole anorexia thing going on.
Yeah, that's model pony.
Yeah. Modeled. When you say model pony, it feels like you're drunk saying My Little Pony, like model pony.
Model pony.
I
used to wonder what friendship could be a model pony. Teaching you how to sing drunk since 1954.
We've been around since 1994. Or
I have.
1954. I haven't. Where was I?
In my brain.
Did you spawn me into existence? Am I a figment of your
No,
imagination?
you're just a byproduct.
I'm a byproduct
Like
of your
ice cream.
imagination. Pretty good byproduct of the imagination.
And you must remember, I've only been teaching people to sing drunk since 1954. That means I was long longer than that.
So, anyway, Queen Chrysalis, this pretty dang cool character. She's beautifully crafted. It's kind of interesting. She's got these weird
She's
holes
a
in her legs.
giraffe.
Yeah, but
a giraffe
she's,
beetle.
yeah, they've got so basically the
Giraffe.
changelings have this kind of beetle-like design.
And Swiss
so,
cheese feet.
Yeah, so anyway, her evil plan is to weaken the shield so that they can break through.
Evil with my evil plan.
Because they feed on love. And so...
Magic is love. And friendship. And friendship is also love. And
Yeah.
love is also love.
So, and then we get a little cutaway where it shows the changelings and their plan to smash through involves just slamming themselves face first into it as hard as
I would have
possible.
done it anyways.
Just
Even if it were.
Even if it wasn't break, just...
You know I love to slam my head into stuff. Like just yesterday, I slammed my head into my own head.
You know, one question that I do have, though, is why didn't Celestia cast this shield, or, especially when Shining Armor, when she first realized it, if anything, she should have immediately put a second
Once again,
shield.
we're underestimating the taxingness of raising and lowering 2 celestial bodies. Imagine you had to go out and push a car to school every day, then
Wow.
push it back.
Why would I push my car to school?
Exactly. They really shouldn't, but they do. Just imagine you had a car with no wheels and you pushed it to school.
I wouldn't even move!
Exactly. Imagine how strong you would have to be, but how tired you would be afterwards.
I push my car to school
It's
every
amazing
day.
that she has the amount of strength he does usually. And Luna's got the same problem, except with the moon. And her being significantly weaker than her sister.
This is true, I suppose, but still, I feel like she didn't need to set the sun at that moment. I feel as if she still should have come up with some solution. Like, I find it hard to believe they don't have a backup plan.
The sun needs to go down exactly at 12.
They've got one person, and if that one person is in trouble, then their whole plan falls to crap.
I don't see the problem with this.
Ever heard of Plan B or a fallback plan?
Yeah, it's to have that guy, you know, go and fix it. Have you never played a video game? How many times in a video game have you just fixed the problem and to go, oh, something's going down over here. You need to fix it. You're like, okay.
So there's some random adventurer pony and they just cross their hooves that they happen to come along?
No, Shining Armor's just the pony that's going to fix stuff right now.
But when something happens to him...
Load from last save.
Load from last save.
Load from last save.
Load from last save.
Yes, I have that power.
I suppose he does have pretty good magical powers.
Do you know how many times we've done this?
So... After Chrysalis shows off her huge master plan, then Celestia's like, no.
Not my shining armor!
Soon, my changeling army will break through. First, we take Canterlot, and then all of Equestria!
No. You won't. You may have made it impossible for Shining Armor to perform his spell, but now that you have so foolishly revealed your true self, I can protect my subjects from you!
And so they have this awesome duel, and then Chrysalis is just like, oh god, no! And we're just like, yeah! Oh, Fitz! Oh, Fitz! And then all of a sudden...
Break your face in!
Yeah, all of a sudden Chrysalis starts winning, and Slish is like, what? And then all of a sudden...
Screaming louder makes my blast stronger!
So, Celestia defeated. So this is just a huge thing. It's just sort of a kind of ground-breaking, mind-shattering thing. Yeah, so we now know that the Royal Sisters, especially Celestia, are not omni-powerful. They're damn powerful, but they're not omni-powerful. They can be defeated by greater powers.
Like Twilight.
Since when has Twilight ever beaten Celestia?
Why do you think Celestia had to knock her out of that horrible magic-induced rage while she was a filly? Because she was too powerful for Celestia to handle. And she can't be upstaged by a filly.
By the way...
So Professor X totally worked on Phoenix, putting her in the back of Jean Grey's psyche with a bunch of mental locks in order to stay her away, thus averting the most horrible crisis to mutant kind ever. Directed by Zack Snyder.
I still totally think it makes perfect
What a
sense.
twist!
It still makes
Night
perfect
Shyamalan.
sense that, like, in the last few episodes, Twilight Sparkle totally becomes the next Alicorn. I didn't think about it.
What if 300 actually had a second ending, where it said, directed by Zack Snyder, but then all of the Spartans rose from their graves and killed all the Persians, and then said, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. What a twist!
But yeah, like I said though, Twilight Sparkle, totally next Alicorn. I mean, think about it. Celestia
She doesn't need
immediately
to be an Alicorn.
I still think that Princess Twilight would be fantastic. I mean, if anything, that's why Celestia wants her to learn lessons on friendship, so she can become a better, knowledgeable pony and know how to understand
Starsworld
what's going
the
on.
Bearded wasn't an Alicorn, and he was awesome as hell.
But he didn't rule Equestria.
Maybe he did. Maybe when you rule Equestria, you don't do it directly in the light.
Star Swirl the Bearded is dead, so we have to assume that he's definitely not as
Maybe
old as
he's
the
not dead.
princesses.
Maybe he's just an undead pony who nobody's discovered yet. Or
But why
perhaps
would he
he's
be
just going
undead?
and protecting the Pony Grail.
The Pony Grail.
The Pony Holy Grail, yeah.
Why would they need a Holy Grail?
Because ancient pony Jesus died for their sins.
What would ancient Pony Jesus be?
The
male
opposite of Pony
alicorn?
Buddha.
The opposite of Pony Buddha.
Yes.
Who's Pony Buddha? Fat Pony?
No.
Fat Pony 50 years from now?
He's just a regular old Earth pony who taught enlightenment and friendship. And also cakes. He's Pinkie Pie's great grandfather.
Alright, so...
And thus, the secrets of the universe are revealed.
So after Celestia is defeated, then Celestia's like, you must go get the elements of harmony and defeat
Screw
the
the
queen."
elements! I'll destroy them with my mind, Celestia. No, Twilight.
Twilight.
Elements!
Elements!
I could Sonic Rainboom and destabilize her flight pattern.
Elements!
I could just kick her.
Elements!
I could hit her with
I
my.
said elements!
I could stitch her dress over here, and that would cause it to cinch up, thus cutting off her airflow.
Elements! But you're the only one that can unlock the elements.
Shining Armor's love for you is even stronger than I thought. Consuming it has made me even more powerful than Celestia!
The elements of harmony. You must get to them and use their power to defeat the queen.
Ready?
Elemento.
P.
You said P. What were we talking about?
I think we were talking about the main six going to get the elements of harmony.
They go, and then they encounter an army.
You can run, but you can't hide!
Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way.
So all the changelings finally break through the dome, and so they start doing these magic fire tackle missile attacks into the
All
ground.
I use with my Charmander is fire tackle.
So they start leaving craters everywhere, and so the main six are dodging around them. There's one point where Twilight stomps one of them on the head, just curb stomp. And
Gotta
so,
stomp 'em, man. It's the only way to make sure they're dead.
so they finally,
Load their brains with your foot.
yeah. So on their way to the main hall where the elements are kept, they finally get cornered by a bunch of changelings, and so Rainbow Dash
It's
is
time
like,
to fight.
oh, and so Rainbow Dash is like, let's fight them, and so, but then all of a sudden it copies her, and then we're like, what?
They're changelings, remember? They're changelings, remember? Don't let them distract you. We have to get to the elements of harmony. They're our only hope.
And so then all of a sudden, all of them start turning into the main six. And so everyone who enjoys the idea of multiple of their favorite pony.
I do not like the fanfic that's going to come out of this.
Oh, but one really cool thing though, I want to make note, they have their own little captain of the guard dude. He's pretty cool. I saw a meme that called him Zito. I'm not sure about the how.
I
solid
shall
this
call
is.
him Zero, the last of the pony gods. The
But
pony
yeah,
changelings.
he's got this cool little head thing, like
They're
his
all
back arm
giraffes! He's the king of the giraffes!
but he's so tiny.
The giraffe beetles. Exactly. Have you never seen a male giraffe? They're small in size so the females can carry them on their heads.
As like a little crowd.
Yes. Well, why do you think they have those two little horns? That's where they hold on. And also where all the mating fluids are exchanged.
Okay, so
One
away from
female
that.
giraffe can give birth to an entire swarm with only a single male on her head.
So after
Yes,
that,
giraffes come in swarms.
so anyway, after all that, we get this awesome fight scene that starts to take place.
Okay, this is just getting weird. Reel me! Reel me!
Do me! Do me! Nah, I've seen better.
Alright, so this is one of the greatest fight scenes of all time. Very first thing, we get Fluttershy where she's all scared, and then they're like, "We're gonna kill you," and she's like, "Oh,
I am one of you.
phew, wah."
Destroy.
And then we get the part where Rainbow Dash completely fakes him out. She's like, "I'm one of you." No, I'm not. Saved your ass. And then by far one of my favorite moments, or no, actually, so it's still an
Everyone's
awesome
favorite
moment.
moment.
Wait, we still have to. So Twilight, she starts using her little semi-auto laser blast to save Applejack. And then we get to this awesome part where obviously Pinkie Pie has to make the episode 1,000 times greater. So there's a changing in front of us like whoosh, whoosh, and she just smiles. And she's like, "Do me, do me!" And he's like, zoop. I seen better. Twilight machine gun!
To be fair, he was supposed to do her like an evil person, but he didn't. He was like, "Yee, smile." No. Supposed to be evil. God, get it wrong.
So by far, that was just one of the best parts of the fight scene. But then it only gets better, because then we get these like several different multiple mini clip things going on where they're fighting them. And so like we get obviously Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity just do their regular punching and kicking and stuff. But then Twilight Blast. And then Fluttershy just uses weaponized adorableness.
She drops to the ground and they fly over and hit into the ground and die.
But
And
by
then
far,
Pinkie Pie goes, "Party!"
so we have the party cannon has been weaponized.
You gotta fight with your right to party.
That was just the greatest. And then the best part is that the little squeak sound effect plays every time, so it just gets faster. Like, it was just fantastic. This entire fight scene, best fight scene of all time.
And then we finish it
Oh,
off
ever.
with awesome mega epic scene. And then we're all there, breathing heavily,
Yet again, if you didn't like
running
this,
towards elements, and they're inside. We really should have considered the army.
so yeah, unfortunately for them, there's still changelings everywhere.
It's not enough.
So they get recaptured, and so Chrysalis just glowed.
It's funny, really. Twilight here was suspicious of my behavior all along. Too bad the rest of you were too caught up in your wedding planning to realize those suspicions were correct.
Sorry, Twi. We should have listened to you.
It's not your fault. She fooled every pony.
I did, didn't I? This day has been just perfect. The kind of day of which I've dreamed since I was small. Every pony I'll soon control. Every stallion, mare, and foal. Who says a girl can really have it all?
So
Floating song too.
yeah, so after she finishes gloating, we get this nice little short tidbit, and it's just a extension of This Day Aria, but the full evil version. And so she's looking out over the
It's all evil
changelings.
from here on.
Yeah, all the changelings are terror. So one of my questions is, if they feed off of love, why are they terrorizing and harassing everything?
Because love is formed strongest when you have to cuddle next to someone to survive at night.
But still, it seems like they would have
Dude,
gotten more
Do you
love.
know how many people have relationships formed while they're being destroyed? It's the best way to pick up a girlfriend ever. I've saved your life. Oh, you're so manly. I know.
It's still
Think about it.
interesting because it seems like they also cause more chaos though that way.
And yeah, love forms out of chaos.
Ah,
You don't know enough about love, Juan.
don't you tell me about love.
I used to love something. He was called me. But then he left me for another man. Damn you, me!
So, So basically, Canterlot
going to
guards,
get
by the way,
married.
completely useless. Canterlot guards, they don't do They
Has
don't do
any government facility besides the princess ever been useful?
No.
I mean, the Thunderbolts, pwned. Royal Guards, pwned. Captain of the Royal Guards, pwned. 6 random ponies. Poning!
Yeah, I don't. It seems as if they really don't have that strong of a militaristic force of any kind.
It's because
They've
they
got,
wouldn't let the Pegasuses run the army.
but there's the unicorns have magic. They can shoot lasers. They should
You
at
have
least teach them the
never
laser
seen a
spell.
mage in D&D, have you?
No.
Okay, here, let me lay it down. The mage has one gigantic spell, which they can cast once a day. It's like, whoosh! And boom!
Goes the dynamite.
The entire room is on fire. But one single person survives. And damn! They're dead. Boop. Sorry, I'm getting weirder. No, it's me.
Oh yeah, that mic. It does this weird thing. It's cause
Don't question me!
I'm not questioning you. It's the mic's fault.
Don't question me!
Okay then. So yet again, guards completely useless. So Twilight Sparkle, while Chrysalis is just
Twilight.
looking out, she's just like
Sparkle.
sneaking, using her sneak skills that she learned,
She
and it's about
sneaked up
time.
behind Princess Chrysalis and snapped her neck, thus ending the war.
It seems like that probably would have worked.
Well, Rainbow Dash ran outside, Sonic Rain boomed, which took out the entire half in the air. Then finally they mopped it up with Applejack running a stampede of cows through the city to crush the rest.
How it would have ended if violence was an option.
Violence wasn't the answer? Then I got that math test wrong. Then why did I get an A on my philosophy degree? Prove that the chair isn't there. Violence!
Oh, by the way, I answered a physics question the other day.
Violence!
So basically, Twilight sneaks over
It was
and
supposed
she
to be valence.
releases-
Violence!
So Twilight sneaks away and frees Cadence from the snot goop stuff. And so then Cadence runs over and she like hugs Shining Armor, and we get this lovey-dovey thing, and then he snaps out of it.
Yeah.
Your spell! Perform your spell!
What good would that do? My changelings already roam free.
No! My power is useless now. I don't have the strength to repel them.
My love will give you strength.
What a lovely but absolutely ridiculous sentiment.
I likes the lovey-dovey thing.
And then Chrysalis is like,
Because it's
like,
so
you can't do
sweet."
anything because you suck now. I've drained you of your power.
And he's like, I can only make it this big. We'll have to throw this marble-sized thing at her. Yeah, yeah. Go, Pokeball. You failed to catch Queen Chrysalis. You failed to catch Queen Chrysalis.
I think you have to damage her first.
Ah, so close. That's it, I'm throwing out the Master Shield. You've caught Queen Chrysalis. Her data has been added to the Twilight Dex.
Alright, so,
They're in Purple City.
of course, apparently the power of love is just as much, if not more powerful than the power of friendship.
Dude, the power of love is a powerful thing. It blows up cities constantly.
So
You have
then,
to make sure your main characters and even secondary characters don't fall in love because they can and will destroy cities. Nobody cares about third-dairy characters.
so between Cadence and Shining Armor, they cross horns and they use the power of their love, and all of a sudden, just this huge shield. And
Not to
we get
mention the
this-
prettiness beforehand.
Oh yeah, the pretty swirliness and
I
stuff.
like how they make their bodies, the vague outlines of their bodies form a little heart.
Yeah, it's I have a desktop background of it. But yeah, so they Chrysalis and all the other changelings just get launched away. Just Team Rocket's blasting off again.
And there's just so many hilarious little falling.
There's one guy that falls up and away.
He's just twirling slowly upwards.
Why am I going up?
I do not gravity good.
So, basically the perfect little nice way for the episode to for the conflict to be
Everything's
resolved.
all settled up. Time for a wedding.
Real wedding. So everything goes. We get a lot of how regular cadence is, of course, nice and perfect. She even does a little.
Awesome.
She does a little jig with Pinkie Pie.
That is the dance of their people. They're both pink.
Yeah. So I just in general, everything goes perfectly, and so then they're walking down.
They get married.
Yeah, they were.
Spike has the rings.
Applejack put their hat back on.
And
lying face.
everybody's crying, and we see Twilight's parents, who are like the only middle-aged ponies ever. Ever.
Now, one thing I want to say, and I have to agree with Plot Point on this, and that's that evil definitely beats out good in style. Evil Cadence's dress was, in my opinion, so much better than the dress and hairstyle she has now. I liked the way
rose, though. That's pretty
I liked the Crystal Heart.
Crystal Heart is good, but you could have just put it at the center of the rose.
True, but then you would have to have a huge rose or a tiny Crystal Heart.
Huge rose. God. Well, you don't know about style. You're not evil enough.
It's true.
If I had it my way, I'd be wearing a magnificent cape with a full suit of dark armor, edged perfectly
Are
with
you
little
just
gray
talking about
shiny bits.
Overlord now?
No, Overlord didn't have great armor either. He had a nice helmet, though. Other than that, his armor was crap! Plus, he had a red cape. Ugh, evil with a red cape?
It's cliche.
No, it's not even cliche. It's horrible. You know what happens to people who are evil and wear red capes? They die. Just like red suits. You don't wear red. If you don't want to die, you don't wear red. It's the rules of nature. Unless you're a lovely lady of the night, in which case you have a red dress.
Lovely lady of the night.
Yes, there are ugly ladies of the night.
So well put. So
Everything I do is.
So during the wedding, they apparently put the horns on the rings on the horns. So we still don't know how.
Gigantic ankle bracelets.
Gigantic ankle bracelets.
Gigantic ankle bracelets.
It feels like it doesn't mean as much if you don't put it around a horn, though.
Gigantic ankle bracelets. Besides, they're just for show. You put them on once and then they're gone.
You can just rent them.
Yeah.
So that's apparently how they get married. Apparently. So Celestia talks about a lesson learned, and then we finally get to kiss.
Good job.
Kiss.
This is your victory as much as theirs. You persisted in the face of doubt, and your actions led to your being able to bring the real Princess Cadence back to us. Learning to trust your instincts is a valuable lesson to learn.
Mwah.
Rainbow Dash, that's your cue.
You learned to trust your instincts. Hooray! Now I'll believe you when you say crazy stuff.
So this is an interesting little moment, and that's when Celestia's like...
Celestia, the cat's talking to me.
Okay, you've just lost my trust.
So we get so we get this interesting moment where Celestia's...
head. It'll fix her.
So
Can't hit me in the head,
Celestia...
I don't have one.
So Celestia's like, Rainbow Dash, here's your cue. And Rainbow Dash, in a split second, is able to take off and then do a Sonic Rainboom
She's been
upwards.
practicing.
She's gotten really good at it. Like, she doesn't even really have to think about it at this point.
Third Sonic Rainboom ever.
So then we get a fade off to the night after the wedding, or not night after, the night of the wedding, and so they're all
And everything's all cute and perfect. And
Yeah.
there's a little dance.
And then Luna Troll.
hits it.
well before that Luna Trolls,
Pinkie Pie hits it.
Luna Trolls,
Pinkie Pie hits
Luna
it.
Trolls,
Pinkie Pie
Luna
hits it.
Trolls.
Pinkie Pie hits it.
Luna
Pinkie Pie
Trolls.
hits it.
Hello, every pony. Did I miss anything?
She flies in and she's just like, did I miss anything?
Pinkie Pie's hit it long before existence started.
Yeah,
She
just
hit
like
it before first.
Luna was too busy playing Xbox or something to notice. Just like had
She
turtles.
was on the moon.
Either way, she completed.
And the
Like,
moon doesn't come out until 12.
I still want to know if she actually literally missed everything. Just like, don't even bother to tell her. Just don't tell her. She doesn't need to worry about it.
She's busy with moon business.
Alright, now you can say it.
Nobody knows what the moon's like. Nobody knows the political struggle in the moon. No.
You can say it now.
moon knows.
You can say it now. You can say it now.
I am going to destroy you.
Not that.
You should be really more specific on what I'm supposed to say. I have a lot of things that I haven't been allowed to say. From the time I was born, they told me I couldn't say the 7 dirty words you're not supposed to say on television and or radio. I'm not supposed to say that one word. I'm no longer allowed to say Santa Claus. I'm no longer allowed to say Steve Jobs, iPhone, Mac, PC, double entendre, nudity, Tina Fey, let's see, Wonder Woman, Superman, Eagles, America, mango fruit smoothie, ding, 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 much later, and shark bait. It's all in the Constitution. Look it up.
But the Constitution's long and boring.
Exactly why they put it there.
Because it's long and boring.
Because they knew only I would look. It's just like the secret messages in the even problems and math books. Nobody even looks.
So, anyway, Pinkie Pie gets the
Hits
party
it.
started. So, we get
And then
this
she
great song.
brings up
Final
DJ Poet
Scratch!
to hit it.
She's
She hits
finally
it with
back! After her, like, 3 seconds of fame back in, what is it? What was it
Pinkie
called?
Pie pulled her out from death.
Either way, we finally get to see Vinyl Scratch, and so then they kick it, and we get this another great Twilight song. So this song is "Love Is in Bloom." I cannot wait for the full version because it was announced that the full version there was a full version. So we're gonna get it at some point, and I want it because this song is great.
I really like its mane.
And so there was a lot of controversy behind this, but that's because of the, like, basically, Vinyl Scratch, we finally get to see her eye color. So people were like, it's maroon, and other people were like, no, it's the shadow, it's totally red. It's maroon, it's red, it's maroon, it's red. It's maroon. Just be happy. They got it pretty darn close, and I honestly like the maroon. It complements her main color a bit more than
The
red.
hell color is maroon?
Red, it's a reddish.
Why don't they just call it red?
Because it's its own shade.
That's stupid.
It's
You're
got
all
more purple.
stupid.
It's got more purple in it. You can't just say red with more purple in it,
Why not?
because then you don't sound educated like you know what you're talking about.
Sure I do. This red's got exactly 2 purple.
What scale is this?
5 purple, 2 red.
What scale is this?
The Kobayashi Maru scale.
The what? The the hot dog eating champion?
No, Kobayashi Maru. That
Who?
shit that you can't beat.
But Kobayashi is a hot dog eating competitor, dude.
Yes, but the Kobayashi Maru is a Star Trek thing.
Oh, the yeah. Which is also a hot dog eating contest.
My nerd penis is bigger than yours.
Anyway, so definitely though, Vinyl Scratch, it was great to finally see her back. Although unfortunately, we still don't have a voice for her. But season 3, there's totally
They
got to
have
be
all
some
these
Vinyl
names
in
for
there.
colors, and there's only 7 colors.
Then there's alterations of all of them. Like what about Burnt Sienna? How could you describe Burnt Sienna without calling it Burnt Sienna?
Red.
No, it's not red though. It's brownish.
Fine, brownish.
But it's got red in it, and it's not terracotta, and it's not
Fine,
orange.
brown.
But it's got red in it. It's too red to be brown.
It's all brown until it hits the red part.
Anyway, Love is in Bloom.
Seems simple to me, but everybody else seems to have problems with it.
So during the song, we get all of these adorable little photo moments, like Spike dancing with Sweetie Belle. He obviously, I guess, gave up on Rarity because she ran off. Well, she was enchanted by Fancy
Everybody
Pants.
knows that Sweetie Belle didn't have anybody her size. So Spike, being the gentleman he is, goes off and dances and scores brownie points with Rarity for getting rid of her sister. Meanwhile, Rarity goes and talks about her new winter lineup with Fancy Pants, who is obviously her liaison to the fashion community in Canterlot while she's in Ponyville. Is it not that simple for you guys to deduce it from 2 pictures?
I say shenanigans. Shenanigans!
Dude, Spike and Rarity are totally together permanently. It's a committed relationship.
So
It lasted more than 1 episode. It's a committed relationship.
I still did just all these fun little photos.
And also,
Rainbow
if
Dash
they
with
ruin that, I will destroy them.
We also get to see Rainbow Dash
with my
with Soren. And let's see, any other photos? There's the Sweetie Belle one with Spike. There's Fancy Pants and Rarity. There's Rainbow Dash and Soren. I feel like there's 1 or 2 more.
Not important.
Oh, Pinkie Pie eating the cake. And that's all I can remember at the moment. I'll post up any extra ones.
Such an awesome party. I can't remember what happened.
Dude, can't remember.
Dink, dink. Okay. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Dude.
So we get all these fun moments with the pictures and stuff, and just makes it feel like a party.
And that's why I was on fire.
So, obviously, then Shining Armor and Cadence just they leave because obviously they have to go on their
But
honeymoon
not
now.
before doing one last most important thing.
Throwing the bouquet.
Most important thing known to man. And guess who's gonna catch it? The
Lyra.
bride to be.
Colgate.
No, Derby.
It would have been
No.
great. But no,
I
crazy.
just don't know what
What
happened. But Crazy Rarity snaps and kills ponies and then grabs them. Which means, you know what that means? Yeah. Spike and Rarity are gonna get married, yeah. Next season finale. Oh yeah.
So after they leave, Spike's like, if you think that was great, just wait until you see the bachelor party. He still has no idea. No idea. It's pretty sad.
It's
So,
not sad, it's happy.
altogether, I just have to say that was fantastic.
Great episode.
So, this was by far one of the best episodes of all time.
Best episode.
It's my favorite, and just hands down, fantastic. So, I'm running out of time because unfortunately I have to go and take care of some stuff in a bit. So, I just have to say, crushed all my favorites. Perfect way to end the season. But yet it's also bittersweet in the way that, unfortunately...
No more season 2 now. Now must wait on for season 3.
But we'll get
Signing
through
off,
this together.
Rod Point.
Afro Circuit, Mystery Pony Theater, Pony Board, Plot Point Crazy Series. Subscribe. Peace.